Hi guys, my name is Nikki and welcome back to the Cozy Cove. August was the biggest month for cozy games so far. Originally, I planned to record monthly review videos, but due to some personal issues, I've decided to skip July. I was only able to play one game and he will get his own dedicated video. We're also going to try something new in the Cozy Cove. Each game will receive a rating between 1 and 5 starfish, with 1 being the lowest score and 5 being the highest. A whopping 45 games released in August, but I played 15. This is gonna take a while, so let's dive into the games. 2 games quickly became my newest obsessions at the beginning of August. The first game is Gemporium, where you play as a little mole running a gem shop as you attempt to pay off your grand mole's debt. I instantly fell in love with Gemporium because of the clear inspiration from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. The Underground was one of my favorite new gameplay mechanics in any Pokemon game. In case you're unfamiliar with the mining mechanics, let me explain. You dive into the mines, but these aren't the mines you're used to in Stardew Valley or Coral Island. This game is combat free, and you don't waste time or energy looking for the ladder. Instead, you will start with a few floors, and each floor has mining veins indicated by yellow star-shaped icons. You can mine until you find the hidden gems, or until you collapse the vein. You might even find a familiar mermaid if you look close enough. After some time, your shop will open, but make sure you refine your gems first or you'll be selling at a major loss. Be careful when mining and refining your gems as you can crack them, which will cut its value in half. As much as I love the mining in Gemporium, I always curse myself when I crack a gem. After a few days, the loan shark will come to collect. Make sure you have enough to pay or it's game over. Gemporium is adorable, nostalgic, and the gameplay loop is insanely satisfying. I'm giving Gemporium 4.5 starfish. My second obsession this August was Tiny Bookshop. Tiny Bookshop is a shop management game where you run a mobile bookshop. The best part? All the books you sell are real-life books. Get ready to add a ton of books to your TBRs. You begin each day by picking a location to set up your tiny bookshop in a cozy seaside town. My personal favorites were the beach and university. Choose the books you want to stock for the day and get to selling. Occasionally, a customer may need your help. Read through the various titles and descriptions to find the perfect book to recommend. There are many decorative items you can find or buy that will impact book sales in various ways. You can also restock your collection or buy furniture using the daily newspaper. There is a small cast of amazing NPCs to meet and befriend. I loved how their stories progressed as I completed quests and time passed. Tiny Bookshop is the perfect cozy summer game. Between an addicting gameplay loop, real-world books, and small moments of peace, you can't go wrong. Tiny Bookshop gets a perfect 5 starfish. Continuing with the August 7th releases, which were numerous, Is This Sea Taken is a charming yet challenging puzzle game published by Wholesome Games. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games, but this game hooked me from the moment I tried the demo. The whole premise is to make sure everyone has a seat they're happy with. Sounds simple, right? Well, the tutorial is. Then you start getting more characters to seat with increasing demands. One person wants to sit by a window with their friend, but forgot to shower. Gross. Then the next person wants a window seat, but doesn't like bad smells. It's up to you to make sure everyone is satisfied with their seats. I was even more surprised when I realized that this little puzzle game had a cute story to go with it. Is This Sea Taken is the perfect game to pick up for 5 minutes or lose yourself in for an hour. This is a short but very sweet 5-hour game. I give Is This Sea Taken 4.5 starfish. Another August 7th release, also published by Wholesome Games, is Make Room. In Make Room, you will create little dioramas of different types of rooms. You're literally making a room. The tutorial is fast and easy to understand. Every room is unique and the customer requests can be completed fairly quickly. Once you've added in all the requested items, you're free to let your creativity flow. For example, I did the game room level, which only required a desk, chair, and monitor, but then I added in arcade games, an entire computer setup, and a bookcase full of colorful books. I'm not a fan of decorating, so my design was pretty basic. If you love decorating, you'll love Make Room. There's also a sandbox mode for even more creative freedom. There have been so many updates since the game's release, and they all added amazing new items or quality of life features. Make Room is clearly loved and well supported, so even though I'm not the decorating queen, I still have to give Make Room an incredible 4.5 starfish. The last game to release on August 7th that I played is Whimside. Now, we don't normally cover idle games in the Cozy Cove since they're idle, but they said Pokemon meets Rusty's retirement and I had to try it. I enjoyed the tutorial, and the parts of the game you interact with seem simple enough. Catch creatures, breed them into new ones, expand the world. Then I tried to breed a specific creature to continue unlocking the world and was stuck for over an hour. Considering this is also an idle game, I was far too engrossed to get any other work done. I was also struggling to find the right combination of creatures and hoping RNG would be on my side. It wasn't, for a while. I was thrilled when I finally got the right creature and unlocked more map and new creatures. But again, this was quite distracting. The idle part of this game is mainly waiting on breeding, which doesn't always take long, at least at the beginning of this game. I feel like Whimside is fun, but not the best idle game option. I'm going to give it 3 starfish for being so entertaining it became a distraction. Cato's Post Office is an adorable, bite-sized adventure. You play as Cato and deliver mail to the Cattisons of the town. It's also your birthday and everyone forgot? Run around town delivering packages and finding funny hidden challenges like kicking cans and squeaking all the hidden ducks. There are way more achievements than I expected in this game. I didn't love that the game was only an hour long. While it is cozy, it didn't feel very fulfilling or memorable. This game is great if you want a short game with a very simple story and brain-off gameplay. It's okay for what it is, but I was very meh about Cato, and the cuteness isn't enough to save it, so I'm rating it 2.5 starfish. Ritual of Raven is a very unique magical farming sim. It combines visual coding with magic. Use Arcana cards to command constructs to complete all the typical farming sims, like sowing and watering seeds. It took me a while to really get into Ritual of Raven, and it was all because I played on my Steam Deck instead of my PC. While the game runs fine on Steam Deck and is even available on Nintendo Switch, coding is simply done best on a computer. It was so much easier and more fun with a mouse and keyboard. I love the quirky characters and art style in this game. I love how they incorporated the visual coding in a fun and approachable way. This is a game anyone can pick up and learn quickly. I will definitely play more as I'm interested to learn more about how we ended up in this strange magical world and if we ever return to ours. Until I get further in Ritual of Raven, I will give it 3.5 starfish, but that can easily change depending on the story. I'm going to start by saying, this is the most basic farming sim, so if that's not your thing, you will not like this game. With that said, I love the simplicity of Firefly Village. I get to enjoy the farming aspects without feeling rushed or overwhelmed. It's a nice foil to games like Story of Seasons and Fields of Mistria for me. Sometimes I want to play a low-stakes farming sim, and that's where Firefly Village shines. I like the characters, and I love the art style. Firefly Village is a great game to play while I'm watching a show or listening to a podcast. I ran into a hilarious bug when I first started playing where the dialogue was in Chinese, even though my language was set to English. Luckily, this bug was patched pretty early, and I was finally able to play. Firefly Village gets 4 starfish for being great at what it promised. Another cute and simple farming sim is Robert on Earth. While not as simple as Firefly Village, it's not as open-ended as games like Stardew. In Robert on Earth, you play as Robert, a farming robot, on a post-apocalyptic Earth. I love the art style of this game and the little mystery in the story. The farming and fishing in the game are simple to learn, and you have a cute drone companion. I love the little twist on normal farming sims, like growing gears instead of veggies and catching mechanical fish. I haven't played enough to know why the world became inhospitable or why one robot city controls all the other robots, but I'm very excited to find out. I'm currently stuck on a timed quest, so hopefully I get past it soon to uncover more of the mystery. Overall, I'm intrigued by Robert on Earth and have enjoyed my time playing it. I give this adorable robot 4 starfish. I definitely didn't play enough of the girl from Arcania, but here are my thoughts so far. The game begins with an epic backstory that immediately drew me in. The first quest we're given is to fetch beer for our papa. Upon completion, we're given our weapon and we're off to the forest. I struggled with the combat, but it was definitely a skill issue, not a game issue. While I want to know what happens next, and I haven't even made it to the good parts yet, the slow start deterred me from playing more. I didn't love the tutorial, but it does its job. Since I am feeling meh about this game right now, I will give it 3 starfish. Hopefully when I play more, the score will improve. In a shocking twist, I like the decorating game. Flowers and Favors Florist Simulator is exactly what it sounds like. You run a flower shop and create bouquets to your customers' specifications. I didn't expect to enjoy this game as much as I did. I really loved seeing the pretty flowers and combining them to try and make nice bouquets. Here are some of my nicer creations. After a day of making bouquets, you could use the money you made to buy more flowers and fillers. I love the art style of this game and how simple yet thoughtful the game loop is. I especially love the little rabbit who pops up with fun flower facts. My biggest gripe is I didn't see a blue or rainbow rose. The rabbit even popped up to tell me that blue flowers aren't real but created by florists, which I knew, so why can't I have it in the game? Overall, I give Flowers and Favors a solid 4 starfish. It's a great cozy game to relax with. I've waited so long for a Corgi's Cozy Hike. I met the game devs at PAX East last year and instantly fell in love with their game and them. In a Corgi's Cozy Hike, you play as an adorable corgi and collect corgi butt power to climb to the top of the mountain. Much like a short hike, this game is all about the journey. You can explore the region, help out animal friends, and even poop. I don't know anyone who wouldn't be instantly captured by the charm of a Corgi's Cozy Hike. I still can't believe it's finally released. I played many versions of the demo and play tested some parts. Now playing the full game, I am still in love with my little corgi. I'm having the best time just running around and exploring the world. I hope this game never ends. Now, while I love the corgi, he isn't flawless. I did encounter a few bugs while playing, but knowing this dev team, they will be squashed in no time. I'm giving a Corgi's Cozy Hike 4 starfish. We started the video with my early August obsessions, and now it's time for my late August obsessions. We've been seeing more cozy shop sims lately, but none have compared to Discounty. I beat the game in 24 hours, not consecutively. The shop's gameplay loop is extremely addicting, and I was hooked by the story's dark undertone. While I love the game, I definitely have some gripes. Many people have complained about Discounty not being open-ended. I knew Discounty had a linear story and didn't mind that it had a concrete ending. What I didn't like was how quickly the ending resolved after such a great build-up. The ending felt very anticlimactic, which was disappointing after being so invested. My other main complaint is about the scanner. I quickly got annoyed with the scanner after upgrading and wanted my cash register back. Luckily, both points will be addressed in future updates. For the time being, I cannot give Discounty a perfect score with these issues, especially the ending, but Discounty still gets a solid 4.5 starfish. Oh, Grand Bazaar, many cozy gamers' most anticipated game of the year. I have many thoughts, but let's start with the positives. I played Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar on both PC and Nintendo Switch 2, but mostly on the latter. I fell in love with the Bazaar minigame when I first played it at PAX earlier this year. This was the first time I was looking forward to a Story of Seasons game. Now, who made this addicting music? I love it and I will be playing it on a loop for many months to come. Next, the game runs incredibly, even on the Switch 2, and I've loved playing in bed in handheld mode. I absolutely adore the characters. Unlike in A Wonderful Life, I actually want to speak to the characters, and I cannot decide who I want to romance. Now, my biggest and possibly only complaint about this game is the stress level. Maybe it's how I play, but I feel so overwhelmed and stressed trying to prepare everything in time for the bazaar on Saturdays. I love the idea of the bazaar and I love the minigame, but the week of prep stresses me out. I'm always worried I'm not going to make enough or forget to sell something. I prefer a more relaxed gameplay loop with my farming sims and cozy games in general. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar has me thinking far too strategically to actually relax and enjoy the game. Due to my high levels of stress and low levels of relaxation, I'm giving Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar 4 starfish. I played my first ever Kirby game this month, and oh my god, I loved it. I was hoping I would like Kirby and the Forgotten Land Star-Crossed World Nintendo Switch 2 edition God, that's such a mouthful. Since it was $80, but I didn't expect to fall in love with it. Kirby is such an adorably cute game. It was really easy for a newbie like me to learn the controls, and I was quickly immersed. The opening cutscene was hilarious, and I couldn't stop laughing at this face. The enemies are so cute, I didn't even want to fight them. None of the levels were crazy difficult or had impossible to defeat enemies. I like the hidden missions within levels that need to be discovered to save all the Waddle Dees. I only managed to 100% 2 levels so far, so I have a lot of work to do. I love the entire beach area since that perfectly fits my channel, and screamed with joy when I discovered an entire amusement park area. I'm currently in the snow area and I don't want to stop playing. I love all the mouthful modes, especially the car and vending machine. It's always hilarious to see Kirby stretch his limits. I could talk about this game for hours, so let's just give it the full 5 starfish and call it a video. August was the craziest month for cozy gamers, and I didn't even play all the games I wanted to. Kirby was definitely my standout for the month, but Gemporium and Tiny Bookshop are absolutely sharing the indie crown. If it wasn't for the ending, Discounty would have taken the crown by a mile. Did you guys play any of the cozy games that released in August? Did you play one that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please remember to like the video before you swim away, and I'll see you all next time.